Good morning. My name is Richard Gray and I am the Area Director for People to People. It is great to be here. Thank you for allowing me to share with you our exceptional People to People Student Ambassador programs with you today. With almost 50 years of experience, more than 500,000 alumni and destinations on 7 continents, People to People Ambassadors program is the world's most recognized and respected educational travel provider that offers truly top-notch programs. Our mission is to bridge cultural and political borders through education and exchange, thus making the world a better place for future generations. You know, from an early age, I was personally fascinated with aeroplanes and where they flew. My parents encouraged me to imagine what it would be like immersing myself in different cultures from around the world as they shared with me their own personal travel experiences. Coming from a military family whose father was constantly traveling, I was blessed to experience different cultures. This, in turn, helped mold me as a young man, learning from these experiences and different lifestyles. I garnered knowledge, respect and tolerance towards diverse cultures. To this day, I am still in contact with these friends that I made in the countries all over the world, and I know that it has made me a well-rounded person. And that, students and parents, is why we're here today, to talk about how 40 students from the wonderful Dallas area will broaden their perspectives, have unique learning opportunities, and experience life beyond the parameters of their own community. This summer, you will travel to China, where you will be in absolute total awe of the culture and history of a civilization that is the world's oldest, over 3,500 years. Experience the Great Wall of China, one of the famous wonders of the world, 5,300 miles long. The Chinese started building the wall around 2,500 years ago to protect the Chinese Empire from invaders. When I visited China, this was my personal highlight. It is truly a wow. In Beijing, you will visit Tiananmen Square, the world's largest open public plaza, and the Forbidden City, home of the emperors of China. In the city of Xi'an, you will see the 8,000 buried terracotta horses and warriors that are part of an underground burial chamber to Emperor Qin Shi Huang from over 2,200 years ago, and was discovered by chance very recently in 1974. Can you imagine that? This is yet another China extraordinary experience, and one you will never forget. It is the most significant global archaeological excavation of the 20th century. You will also marvel at the new 21st century China, a global leader, outrageously modern skyscrapers and high-speed trains that are the world's fastest. A homestay with a local Chinese family will enable you to experience first-hand local customs. This is where you will be immersed in the local scene and where you will interact and thereby begin to understand the Chinese culture. In turn, you will be able to share your own American experiences and build ties between our two cultures. Those experiences are all part of your People to People Student Ambassador program. 10 years ago, who would have thought it possible that today, at the mere click of a button, you could friend someone halfway across the world? Then along comes Facebook. Who in this room has Facebook? You know, I'm sure most of you do. Did you know that there are, I think, 500 million users? It's amazing. I wonder what social media changes we can expect in the next 10 years. But what do we really know about other people and cultures? To keep pace with change, it is more important than ever to develop an understanding of other people and cultures and an appreciation for the world around us, because everything from our social networks to our workplaces to our classrooms are becoming more and more global each and every day. Classroom curriculum comes to life when you experience it firsthand. It's one thing to read about China in a textbook, but it's another thing to actually walk on the Great Wall of China. Just imagine for a moment a 5,500 mile long wall that was started to be built in the 7th century before Christ, with the height of the wall is 25 feet, and it was all there to protect the Chinese empire. So this is, for me, a perfect example that there is just no substitute for real-world experience. We are living in an ever-changing, competitive world where any edge is an advantage. And that edge can take different forms. It might be academic, it might be academic skills, it might be cultural skills, social skills, or maturity and confidence. What greater asset is there than confidence? Being an ambassador can help you with all of those. Achieving your dreams and goals requires that you move confidently in that direction, making that first step. So your first step is to apply for one of our programs. When you do that, you'll be one step closer to a set of experiences that will stay with you for the rest of your life. We are pleased to have a number of alumni parents and students here today. They have had these experiences and they're gracious enough to come and share them with each and all of you. And we will hear from them later on. Before we go any further, let's talk about a subject that is extremely important to all our families, and that is safety. Today, I will detail the rigorous safety procedures we have developed with nearly 50 years' experiences, travelling more than 500,000 ambassadors to 49 different countries and 7 continents. We invest heavily in safety, and your students' well-being is our #1 priority. Together, we will walk through the details of the program. You will meet the fine local educators who will lead your delegation to China. Finally, I will outline the simple steps to apply. Timing is important. A delegation consists of 40 students and 4 leaders. It is the first 40 students who apply and complete a successful interview who will form this local delegation. So we have a lot to cover in the next 55 minutes. If you have any questions, please write them down. I will stay after this meeting to answer questions, and any questions that you think of afterwards, please feel free to contact me by email. So what does being a people-to-people student ambassador mean? In the following video, watch for Deborah Diaz, alumni mother of 3, talking about how the program influenced her daughter's educational choices. Betsy Rogers, 2003 National Teacher of the Year, and also the mum of an alumni student, will talk to you about the impact of travel on students. Colin Powells and Tom Brokaw also share their thoughts. And students, I want you to make note of the hands-on experiences our ambassadors have each year around the world. So what will you be doing next summer? Excuse me. Students, next summer you will visit some of the most amazing places in the world, have unique experiences and form new friendships, just like the alumni earlier. And perhaps, most importantly, you will be preparing yourself for the future. Many times over the years, I have been asked by parents, what is the best age for my son or daughter to travel? Good question, right? In turn, I ask people I consider experts, our teacher leaders. In response, many have used learning, a language analogy. Young minds are so receptive and full of wonder. What they learn at a young age compounds and can have exponential benefit. So the more positive that goes in, the greater and longer the return on that investment. Developing independence, confidence, and a love of learning can accelerate them into the years ahead and provide that extended return on investment. We are living in an ever-changing, competitive world where any edge is an advantage, and that edge can take different forms. It might be academic skills, cultural skills, or social skills. And being an ambassador can help with all of those. Achieving your dreams and goals requires that you move confidently in that direction, making that first step. And your next step is to apply. And when you do, you'll be one step closer to an experience that can resonate with your child for the rest of their life. Thank you so much. I appreciate you listening.